Welcome back to the campfire. Today we're going to continue on our way through the Interloper difficulty run of The Long Dark. We are currently in Broken Railroad. No, didn't we just make it back? Yeah, we made it back to Mystery Lake. We're in the trailer here in the middle. Wow, I'm sorry, it has been a couple days since I last recorded. Did I really not sleep before we decided to call it the end? Right, we walked all the way over here and we were just going to warm up before continuing on to Trapper's Cabin. And I'm just still, for some reason, didn't think to pass the time or anything before ending the last episode because I don't know, that's a great question why I didn't do that. So that we could have just started on our way as soon as we started. Alright. Can't always be the best of the best, you know. If I've ever been the best of the best. That's alright. You know, it's perfectly fine to be average at things. You're only really truly going to be like the master of maybe one thing you do. Maybe two things if you're really talented in life. And beyond that, perfectly acceptable just to be average. And that's okay. Is the There it is. Alright. And from here, we can continue on our walk. Could go that way. Can also go up this way and pass through. Maybe take a look up at the fallen watchtower or forest tower. Take a look at what might be up there. Not that it's likely there's a whole lot up there. In fact, it's more than likely there's nothing, but what does it hurt us to take a look? Really cold today, negative 20 degrees. It is just dawn. Theoretically, the coldest part of the day. And in real life, that is kind of a thing. I mean, it can be cold all night, but the temperature will dip the lowest, usually around dawn. I'm no meteorologist, so I'm not entirely sure on the reason for that, but just in my experience, if it's going to be cold, it's going to be the coldest at dawn. And then it'll peak back up as the sun rises. Not even hitting the highest temp usually around noon, unless you're right around the equator. More often than not, it'll peak right around 2 or 3 p.m. Still, just thoughts. And I'm sure I'm not the only one to have ever thought of these things. I think that's one thing I want to clear up is I'm no expert. I read a lot. I do a lot of, thinking and reading, but I will always defer to an actual expert. And I will always preface my statements with, maybe you want to look it up for yourself. maybe you want to go and see an actual expert about these things. But here's the thoughts I've had. Here's the things I've learned in life, and maybe it only works for me. And if somebody can tell me better, if somebody can show me, you know, here's the facts, you're almost there, but you're missing this thing, I will gladly accept that. Be like, hey, I was wrong, and thank you for teaching me. I would rather be wrong and admit it and learn something new than to stick to my guns, put my fingers in my ears and say, nuh-uh, nope, can't be. Because you don't learn, you don't improve, you don't get that joy of being one of the people that day to learn something new. And I think when you give up on that joy of learning something new, you've kind of given up on the most basic childlike joy in the world. The wonder. The learning something and seeing something new and imagining how it could be, what it is, how does it work, is probably the last part of our inner child to die. And honestly, it should never be allowed to die. Just always continuously trying to learn new things, find new sources of joy in the world. Yep, let's take this guy with us. He can either be bait, something. Found tea stash in a cave. Okay, that's near Dave's, I think. Either that or that's the other one that we saw. And yes, I'm aware it's cold. I am losing some health. I'm gonna press on just a little bit here. But we are gonna make our way to where we can be.
I wonder who owns this stuff.
Don't want to carry that rope too long. Isn't there a place to put this up right here? Am I missing something?
Too heavy.
There it is. It's right there. I'm just missing something. Don't you worry. First, we'll... have a weaker torch to use up.
Come on. It worked.
Okay. Put torch into the fire too. Relieve ourselves of some weight while we're doing this. Take a couple minutes, warm up. I mean, if this body weren't here, we probably would have just moved on to the next thing. Not what. I wanted to grab the meat. 57, 2. While we're here, let's harvest. Get the meat out of this beast. Minutes. Yeah, let's one of the feathers while we're waiting. Duck that down the old gullet. Minutes, 9 minutes. This done. A little bit more. We're sitting pretty alright for food and water. Take that and use it as... There was no point in eating that at the moment. Have a couple torches. Nothing fantastic, but we can get on our way. And move on down towards Trapper's Cabin further. Impossible is nothing. I mean, nothing is impossible. I want to say within limits, within reason, but also impossible is nothing. That's a fair assessment. When you look at it from the angle of nothing is impossible, well then, possible must be nothing. Very simple logic. Almost childlike. What's this? It's over close to the... See if we can get this fire extended for a while. This should lead us up over to... I can't remember if we've already been to this cabin or not, but I want to say we have been. At least to warm up. Here's the riverbed and lake or pond. Should be this way. If we've just discovered that, then no, we have not been this way. Should be right over here. At least I didn't see it. Thought it was right. Here's some. There it is. See it just faintly in the distance. Stones. We can pick up. There's nobody, nothing here to. The view is amazing. To climb up all those ropes, but worth it. Same spot, I guess? Yeah, only just have not been here this run. I thought we came here. I must have made a decision not to, and that it was better to go a different direction. Guy had a perfectly good dress shirt right there to put for extra. Anything else in here, though? Very surprised. Okay. Gonna double checking my own work here. The effort. Put torch. Nope. See. Oh, hey, it cleared up just a little bit more in the time we were in there. Yeah. Moose sign. Scraped away bark on the tree over there. So while the moose might not be here right now, it is possible for it to spawn here. And that's an indicator when the bark is stripped away. Since we're over here, we're also going to keep an eye out for the bear that sometimes is residing in that cave. He's not there right now. There are rabbits around. And cattails. Be wary for wolves because we are carrying stuff that attracts wolves. Namely that carcass and I think a couple scraps of meat. Flare in here, book, and a fire striker. Alright. We're stopping here. I know that can occasionally spawn there. I've seen it there once or twice before. Always still surprised when I got to check what condition it's in. But still worth getting. Just another way to start fires in our repertoire. Little deer. Huh. Stick spawned underneath the stick as we picked it up. Birch tree or birch branch. Sprout, sapling, sapling, that's the right one. That with us? get one of our torches out. May make it all the way to Hunter's or Trapper's cabin with this. We might. And yes, I am surprised about that. I actually thought we were not going to get all the way there with the torch. Okay. I thought by now we would have run into a wolf or something. But we can get lucky. I'm alright with that. Bunch of deer hanging out by the cabin. And some rabbits. We could do some hunting. Don't ever remember seeing those, but I'm sure I had. Looks like rocks out in the middle of the walkway. Or the bottom of the valley. Yeah, they're just rocks that stuck up. They're normally hidden in the grass, but the grass didn't quite load in. Starting. It's just. Torch, cattail. That out. Put the crappy torch in there. Do quickly is hop inside. Less one. Keep that in reserve. Okay. Did I not leave any of the big containers here? I did not. Yeah, that's fine. Always make a run and grab it. Some water here with the recycled can. One of those rabbits I saw over here. Okay. Get the other one? There is another one? No, there's another one. That's actually a very good point. Bunch of deer, but we don't have the ability to take them down yet. Only the one rabbit at the moment, but that's fine. Okay. Got a couple minutes. Let's just get this rabbit meat out. Or you the big one, you're the little one. So we'll sit on the fire. Start the water going. That out first. Minutes. Takes 40 minutes, and so does the pellet. Risky maneuver, but we'll take it. Just in time. Top off on our water. Hurt. There's that bear. Cooking stuff down. Cure. A bunch of ptarmigan down, which does not hurt us in the least. Those away. Leave a green maple sapling to cure here. Thought we had. Did I even had it in my notes? Yeah, maple branch here. Did I put it in the safe? Am I just that dumb? Safe. No, I must not have. This is why I should really write the notes as I do things and not after the. What it is, it must be over at the main cabin. A few more things here. Some of these extra meds and things. Clothing. Alright. Let's step back outside. Can you not cook this? Yeah, and I can't eat it all at once to clear it out so that I could add more water production. What's the time? Not quite enough to make all the way. Could make it. Thing here. This purifies it with extra water. Got enough. Let's finish the loop we were making anyways. Since we're inefficient, oh well, accept it. We don't need all. What's that then? Now go to make a cabin and see if that or those birch branches are done, and if we can find the other one that I swear I left at one of these two places. And of course, it's gotta start snowing as soon as we make the decision to start moving. Should. It's nice, it's warm. It's going off that way, so I'm just... That's because there's a bear there. Just keep on our way then. One of these times I'm going to get over to the Deadfall area. Take a look at that broken barn. Not when there's predators obviously sniffing about it nearby me. Well, that wolf went this way somewhere off to the left of us. Temperature's dropping. We keep going the way we're going, we should be able to get to our destination before it gets too cold. That wolf must not have come straight this way. It turned off somewhere. I'm trying to keep an eye out for it, and it's just, it's not here. That's weird. Because it ran this way. Here. Well. This was the quicker path either way. You could cut straight line across most of the pathway instead of going all the way over and then up. Keep my head on a swivel here. Wolves can come up from out of nowhere, I tell you. They're like the Canadian version of Charlie. Instead of they're in the trees, they're in the snow, man. They're in the snow. Eye out for... It might pop up on this. That's the thing, is once we get out of the snow or out of the wind, temperature starts going up. Pretty awesome. All right, let's take a quick round. Leave that maybe somewhere. Thought we looked around for it. One here. It's mostly cute. 50%. I thought we had one that was closer than we left. And did we leave it even further behind? I'm thinking it's got to be back in Coastal Highway or PV2. Probably at the community center. Well, either way, we're wait for finish. Can at least get some stuff started, like the arrowheads. All these stairs.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
Probably because you've been up since like the equivalent of 3 a.m. Actually start making. So make fishing line and that hooks. Fishing lure. Geez, heck yeah. Some point. Crap stuff in here. Might be able to make that, but shafts. Okay. Our way upstairs. Off that can of dog food. Sleep for 10 hours straight. All right. Fuel this. Should leave us with a... Okay. It's like 2-3 more days before it's cured. Take a look at the weather outside. Okay. Looking pretty rough this early in the morning. How rough? Yeah, that's pretty rough. Especially as fast as it's draining. Temperature gauge. So let's go back in here. Just put some work in on arrows. Make one. It's light to craft, of course. I have enough light to I don't have anything to repair it with. Well, let's rip down some clothing or cloth. It's only an extra 2 minutes. Let's not worry about that. 7. Why does it take less time to repair ants than sun? I mean, I'm not going to exactly complain about it, just feels weird. Got more light. Should be able to make an arrow. Okay, got an arrow. We'll make a couple by the time the bow is ready. Get this opened and used up. We're here anyways. Actually, I realized it just before that that's probably a terrible... Do it before bed, not right now. Some water. Let's go explore the cave up here. Alright, and our weather is looking a lot better. Temperatures dropping a lot lower, a lot less. We can now take a look up here. Let's see what's going on. See if we can find that memento cache. I don't have any hopes that there's anything in it, but we can at least go look at it. Oh, come on. This crap, I tell. It's just mildly annoying. I know it's not actually a big deal, yada yada. It's just one of those, like, how? At least it's on the ankle this time, which kind of makes sense, you know. Took a too sharp of a step up and rolled an ankle. Yeah, your ankle's gonna hurt. Don't know why it hurts your wrist when that happens. Really? Jesus. And we'll get up here and we'll look at... Really? Wow. Let's get in the cave. And no kidding. Ugh. Alright. We're here. We're in the cave. Luck today is just not with me. See what's in this box, if there's anything. And not a thing. Kind of figured that would happen. Take some charcoal. There's a nice juicy rabbit. Got ourselves that. So that's breakfast and lunch probably. I believe this should be the vista point that we saw. Nope, we missed. Nope. Alright. I make it look so easy sometimes, and then other times I'm just way off. Let's see if I've got roughly the right... Yeah? Roughly the right area. Okay. Let's take a look at this deer. Well, that's food for the day. Between this and the rabbit. Crow feather. Okay, let's make a quick campfire here. I should have looked to see if I could use a magnifying glass. I think it is rather clear today. Yeah, I could have used magnifying glass. Alright. One are you? The low one. Right. Carcass. Let's get this meat out. Good one. That's the low one. 38 minutes, 39 minutes. Let's get both of these done. Alright. And our cooking skill went up, I believe. Cooking, or maybe that was our... Oh, that was our harvesting. Okay. Toss that on, just get it through. Okay, we've got a few minutes here. this guy? Yeah, this guy's unfrozen, so we should be able to get everything out pretty quickly. Campfire just went out. Let's take some charcoal. Let's make our way back down. Up this way. Ah, had I done it right there, it would have been okay. Alright. Let's grab these crow feathers. And we gotta go down over here. Alright, there's the good spot to go down. Lead us straight back to the house. Or the cabin admin building. Let it bounce us too much. There's the lake. I'm aware that's getting cold, dude. Trust me. I'm watching it happen. Alright. Let's make for here. Down. There it is. There we go. We don't have to sit in the cold for too long. It's a bunch more of the guts to have drying out. Another rabbit pelt. And a deer pelt. What's up here? Do they all have like uniform? Yeah, they're kind of as far as the which way we have them turned. And that's fine. Let's look around if maybe I missed something last time. Never know. Things just pop up sometimes too. Either that or my eyesight gets better for a day, but which is probably the more likely. I think some of it is that sometimes you get so hyper-focused on the one or two things you're looking for that you don't notice the smaller things that can sometimes be spawned in, and you're like not paying attention, not looking for that, you're not seeing it. That's most of the way. Be ready by tomorrow. This down close workbench. So we're gonna be sitting here for a minute. Grab one. Okay. Water. Do one at a time. Sounds like we're still in the windier part. This is 3 arrows when we're... gathering some wood here. Unless it's like this. Point. Let's grab those since they're right there. Some sticks because they're here. Tomorrow, depending on if that thing is ready, if that birch branch or maple branch is ready, we'll just continue to make the bow. If it's not ready yet, we might make our way down to the cave and see if we can harvest some more coal. Huh, see? And this is what I'm talking about. I missed something blatantly obvious that's really tiny and out in the open. That wasn't even that small. And it was bright red. Like, how do I miss it? Because I'm me. Because I was focusing on looking for other things and not cans on the ground. That's why I just, you know, I don't have anything immediately needed to be done. I will just kind of take a moment to look around. While I'm thinking about what can I do, what more can I add to my situation. Just kind of let my eyes wander and look around a bit. It's me. That. Go ahead and fix these up. Put them into a large pile. Because, you know, once you've prepared acorns, you have to mix the acorns properly. I have any more rope tips on me? Guess I haven't been, like, religiously gathering them. See if I can repair these pants. Okay. We may have to. Nope. Well, whether we had time or not is a different question. But have all that. We got 4 though. Let's just top off our water. Eaten. Okay. Just sleep it off. A little bit of time before really do much of inside. see these. There we where's that birch? Maple. Maple branch. Why do I keep thinking birch? Not quite. But 1/4 left. Step outside. Let's take a look at what the weather's like this early. It's gonna be a warm day, it looks like. Yeah. Alright. It's a good sign all around. Take this opportunity to grab some sticks. Our way down towards the mines. Getting a whole lot of sticks for it to pick up, though. Let's hop the tracks. Work our way down this way. We're not in a big hurry, but we don't want to be outside in the cold too long. If it drops to 0, we start to take damage. Dealing with that a little bit is fine, but don't want to do it for too long. It's a fallen tree, that's not a bear. I think a bear can be over here. And that's the kind of thinking that would throw me off if they changed how the animals worked the most. You know, you're like, oh yeah, bears can only be in these areas if they spawn. They're going to be over here, and they can range as far as here. And then they extend that range. Or they change how their wandering goes about. You know, how far away from their spawn point they can get, yada yada. Instead of following a specific route, they go at random to different directions, and they can range so far. And the first time that, you know, you don't read the patch notes entirely, or you just skim through them and you're like, wait, how did the bear get here? Oh, I am so screwed. It'd be so much fun. I'd be so frustrated, like, god dang it, they changed it finally. But it'd be my own fault for not reading the patch notes and being aware of it. That's one of the things, like, it would be an interesting change. I'm sure a lot of people would be very annoyed by it or upset because they can't just predict how everything's going to work from that moment on ad nauseum. But that's exactly the reason why I think it should be made. I know there's a lot of work involved in that, and I'm not asking them to take on more than they think they want to do. But it would be kind of cool. It would add a little bit more randomness to most runs. The wolves are already a fair bit of randomness, but torch out in case we need it. should grab. Oh, there I go. Now I can see him. Like, I don't see it. I don't want to start running if I can't see the dang wolf. That's just asking to charge straight into it. Alright. Some time. With that, thank you for coming and joining me by the campfire. Thank you for joining me here in The Long Dark. If you like the video, like it. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, witty remarks, derogatory statements, things I could be doing better, things I could be doing differently, and things you would like to see, put it in the comments below. And as always, have a wonderful day.